Hello again from Gateway Materials Test Center. My name is Joshua Tucker. I'm the director here at our facility. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ASTM D6641. That's a standard test method to assess the compressive properties of fiber reinforced polymers. So today we'll show you how we manufacture those specimens, show you how we test them, how we measure strain on those, and show you the results, see what we get out of a carbon fiber composite. So let's get started. For compression testing, according to ASTM D6641, which is for composite materials, fiber reinforced composite materials, our customers will generally send us a panel, such as this, a carbon fiber panel. We would take it over to our water jet to cut out our initial geometry. So the specimen here is 5.5 inches by a ½ inch wide. We would cut this with extra meat, and then we would apply small tabs to it. So with a test like this, you really need to tab the specimen, and that is so that you create a stress concentration in the center of the specimen. There will be an open space here in the middle, essentially where you have just the geometry of this cross-section of this specimen, but at the top you'll have a thickened state, and in the bottom another thickened state, so you have a smaller cross-section at the center, so you're forcing your failure to occur there. So we'll take this specimen like that, we'll apply tabs so that it ends up looking like this. So here, as you can see, we have this section in the center that's untabbed. We will apply a strain gauge or an extensometer to this section so that we can measure modulus across that free length. And that's how the specimen is made. But we will also have to take the specimen that has the applied tabs to it over here to our precision grinder. We will use that to ensure that we are at the correct geometry as according to the standard, 5.5 inches long by 0.5 inches wide with some sort of tolerance involved. And the biggest reason is to ensure that we have very, very parallel faces to one another in the longitudinal direction and here on the transverse faces that will come in contact with our loading platens. That just ensures that we are getting consistent loading all the way through the specimen and no peaks throughout. We want it to be very good, consistent loading so that we force that failure here where we're measuring our modulus. All right, so this is the specimen. Let's go test it. Okay, so we showed you how we made our specimen, made sure it was tabbed and we had good parallel surfaces. Now we're going to set it up into our combined loading compression fixture. As you see right here, we're going to measure strain using a 0.35 inch gauge length extensometer. So we would do some measurements here, get our thickness right here at our gauge length and our width to calculate our cross section for our stress calculation. It's a platen setup so that we have a spherically seated platen here at the top. That way we can ensure that we are contacting fully across the top and the bottom of the specimen. So here's the setup. All right, well, it's as simple as that with one thing that I did not show you. These bolts here have to be torqued to a specific torque, and it's 25 inch-pounds is the torque specification. I didn't do that. It's not necessary for us to do it at this time, so we're just showing you this for tutorial. You always want to do a quick preload on any kind of compression test. This way we can kind of get rid of any possibility of misalignment. And also we want to verify that that specimen is very straight within those grips so that it is aligned with the force action. All right, that's that. Now let's start the test. So that's our presentation on ASTM D6641, the standard test method for compression properties of polymer matrix composites. So out of that test we got results such as ultimate compressive strength, modulus, strain, and failure. We got a really good failure out of the specimen itself right there in the gauge section, a brooming failure as you can see here. So that's our presentation. If you or your company needs this sort of testing done, please feel free to give us a call here at Gateway Materials Test Center. Our phone number is 336-217-5184. Thanks for tuning in.